It is the Hitchuation Part 2, and we also have some crazy stuff like Uncle Nino confronting Jen. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Jersey Shore After Show on AfterBuzz TV.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Let's get crazy for Jen! Guys, it is the best time of the week, and that is because it's Jersey Day, and we all love Jersey Shore.
Oh, yeah.
And super excited for this episode because this is the Hitchuation Part 2. We started last week with the Hitchuation Part 1. And this one's a great episode, too, because we have some spoilers for you guys right now. Ooh. But we're not going to tell you exactly what they said, but Jen is confronted by Uncle Nino, which was to be expected.
Classic.
And the boys...
Right, there it is.
We see the boys do a really embarrassing dance. We see some... what are they called? Speeches. Are they called like specific speeches?
Best man speeches?
Best men speeches. We see that. We have some wedding fun. We have a great show for you guys. So welcome to my amazing panel here. If you want to start off, DJ.
What's up, you guys? I'm DJ. So excited for Jersey Days!
And we got beautiful Nikki over there.
Thank you. Hi, guys. It's your girl, Nikki Monet, and it is Thirsty Thursday. Woo.
And we got Mr. Benny over there.
What's up, guys? Benny Adams here. Stoked once again to be talking about Jersey Shore family vacation. Let's do it.
And so what are your overall thoughts of this episode, guys?
I don't have like a boyfriend or anything, but I need one ASAP because I need this wedding, and I need to get married in that castle in New Jersey.
So for everyone watching, hit her up.
Pull up.
Hit her up.
Well, me too.
Same here. Like, honestly, let's just get right to the wedding. Like, I don't even want a relationship. Let's just get married.
We don't have to date.
But it has to be a wedding as big as they have.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Lots of food.
Exactly.
Oh, my gosh. The food, the cakes, the confetti.
I think we're a panel of 4 single people that are judging and talking about a wedding. So,
I know.
You know, it's okay. It's all right.
okay.
Anybody out there want to give us a dream wedding? Just hit us up. We'll let you know if we're interested.
No, it was a good episode again because this is part 2, but it was a good time, a good celebration, and we got to see a lot of nostalgia, the things that make us love Jersey Shore. So I really love this episode.
Yeah, and I loved it because last week we saw the actual wedding part. Today it was the reception. I always get the reception and the ceremony. I always say like the reception is the ceremony, but it's not. The reception is like the party, right?
Yeah.
It's the party.
It's like party.
Guys, clearly I've haven't been to a wedding in a long time.
Well, Mike's wedding was a lot.
Yeah, it's so weird. And really, I literally for a second thought it was a season finale because they kept on going down like trips of memory lane, and I'm like, wait, is it over?
And I loved it though. Like it was so like reminiscent, and they're just fun people. Like you just want to go out to a bar and just get stupid drunk with them. Yeah. Like that's how fun they are.
Definitely.
I love them. Well, it starts off with Mike and Lauren's first dance, and they kind of show like little clips of everything. Jen and Ron were kissing, acting all coupley. Everyone was dancing. We saw Snooki and her little daughter, and everyone was just like having a really great time. What did you guys think seeing Jen and Ron so happy? Did you think it was fake? Did you think they really were enjoying their time together?
I think they were really enjoying their time together. It's so crazy because this is a couple that literally we only know them for fighting 99.9% of the time. But I think that 1% there is love, and I think when you're at a wedding brings those emotions out, and you've been drinking a little champagne, and you got the little baby on your arm. So I think now, for sure, I'm sure there was a fight right after, and they were beating each other up.
Right.
But I thought that was really genuine because they really do love each other. It's just you know when people love each other, they're just not meant to be together. And I think that's the couple that hasn't realized it yet. But I think in that moment with all the emotions and the feels, I think they meant it.
I was feeling the feels too. Like I was like all up like
I had the chills. I was like watching everybody.
All right.
And Jen she's not a stupid girl. Like she doesn't want to be that one girl who causes the drama for that huge spectacular wedding, you know?
Yeah.
So she's gonna play it nice and be cool with Ronnie.
And not all them damn people in there. She would have got jumped. She messed with that wedding.
I knew she wasn't going to start any drama.
Especially Uncle Nino. He would be the first one after her because he wasn't playing.
Well, jumping into Uncle Nino, this is, the thing that everybody was waiting for because they showed the commercials. Personally, I knew it wasn't going to be that big a deal. I knew she wasn't going to start anything. Yeah. But Uncle Nino is just kind of rambling. I understood him, but is it because of the subtitles usually? But he was, to me, making a little more sense. But Jen was just kind of like, what? Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
He was like, I saw you guys, or I saw you on TMZ, just basically bringing up his boy Ronnie. He's like, he loves you, don't break his heart. What did you guys think about that whole interaction?
That was funny. All I got from Uncle Nino was, I wrote it down, stop beating him up. Stop beating him up. And then when he was addressing the whole TMZ news situation, she was just like, oh, that's fake news. I'm like, oh gosh.
But it's not.
But it's not, sis.
It really is.
I think just like Benny said, she's really smart. And I think she sees the camera in their face and she knows what it's going to pick up and what's going to click. So to see a camera in her face and see Nino's like, well, stop beating her up. And I'm sure this is something she hears from her family and his family. Like, you need to relax and stop fighting. And I think she just didn't want it to be drama. But
I love that he called her out.
I
do too.
Tell she was like boiling inside because I was low key getting annoyed at him. I'm like, dude.
Oh, I love that he called her out.
How many times are you gonna like repeat it? Like, so I give her props for keeping it cool because I know she wanted to curse him out.
She probably punched the wall after she walked out.
Are you sure she didn't hit Ronnie?
She even said she was like, don't let him around my daughter.
Yeah.
Uncle Nino just like punches the wall.
Uncle Nino mentioned something about how Ronnie comes to him for advice, and then she asked him about that. She was like, "Oh, Ronnie comes for you for advice." I'm like, "Oh boy."
God, she's gonna beat Ronnie.
At that point, I was a little scared. I was like, "Oh boy, it's about to go down."
You know what though? I low key did want her to see her. I wanted to see her go off.
Same.
I
Of
wanted
course.
to see some drama.
Definitely.
But I'm
It was just too
proud.
perfect.
I'm proud of her for remaining her cool and acting great at Lauren's wedding. And how did you guys feel about Lauren's dress? I know this is like a total jump, but I was just thinking about how we look over and they pan and she's walking down in like her second dress. Let me just say, that is what I want to do. I don't know. I want to hear your guys' opinion. When I have a wedding, I always wanted the ceremony dress and then to have a separate one for the reception because it's like then you can move around, you can have a little more fun. That is like, that is this entire wedding. And that dress is my dream. Like anything bling and extra is me. So what did you guys think about it?
I agree 100%. Like that wedding, like literally is my dream wedding. The dresses, literally my dream dress. Her second dress, the crystals. I was
That
like,
second dress, man.
oh my gosh, blinged out. I was like, yes, Lawrence. Yes.
Lawrence.
Gorgeous. I've always wanted like a dress for my ceremony and then for reception, like either pants or something super comfortable or like cute white pajamas, like something silk or dope. Because I'm more of like a pants wearing girl where like I'm like a Bianca Jagger where I might pull up in a pantsuit to my own wedding and like put on something cute at the reception. But I've always wanted like a cute pantsuit at
like
my
the
reception.
velour
like the
jumpsuits
velour
that
suit.
the
So
guys
that I
had.
can really move. But Lauren's dresses, first of, like she's a princess, she's a queen, and she deserved it, and she looked absolutely gorgeous. That second dress, I mean, her first dress was beautiful, but that second dress with all the diamonds and the crystals, I'm like, come on.
I'm kind of a mixture of both. Like a part of me would want to do like a white, like have my bridesmaids have velour jumpsuits and whatever color the bridesmaids dresses was. I've had white. Then a part of me wants like a dress like Lauren. So
It's
I don't
beautiful.
know. What do you think, Benny, about her dress? Would you
looked like pure money.
Yeah.
That's what she looked like.
Do you like that dress for yourself?
Oh, I would hands down. I would, of course.
dress is
I
good.
could rock it.
I guess
Why
you
not?
rock it.
Yes,
Do
you
it.
could.
Yes.
That dress is fly AF. And I always say if I had on like a second dress, I would have on sneakers with the second dress.
I could so see you doing that.
I did it a lot. I did it for graduation. I did it for prom. I had sneakers under like really big dresses because I'm not a shoe girl.
The wedge like heel sneakers, I always like.
Yeah,
those.
something
Those are so
comfortable
cute.
where I can get down and like not bust my ass and embarrass myself at a wedding.
Well, this just worked out too perfect because I'm like, someone that embarrassed themselves
Oh.
was freaking Vinny when it
my
comes to his
gosh.
speech. So all the guys, what I love that Mike did was he didn't have one best man. He had all of them be his best man. And it's so funny because, you know, they met from the show and they were his best man. It's not like he even had any other of his friends. And that shows how close they are. And I love that. Yeah. And I think, not Vinny, Paulie had a great speech, Ronnie, and then Vinny's speech. Snooki literally said, like, this is not your comedy stage. Like, what did you... feelings, guys, on all of their speeches, not just Vinny's, actually.
Okay, so Ron started out, I was getting a little worried. Everybody was, because, you know, Ron and Mike have, like, crazy history. You know, the fights, and especially in Italy, where it just blew up, and even just last season where they got into it a little bit. So, but, you know, Ron's speech was actually beautiful. I liked how it started, though. It was very funny about the note. Which was hilarious, but when he continued, it was beautiful. It was so like heartwarming and very touching. I'm like, he was like, oh, we're brothers. Like it was. I really felt those words. And then Vinny's speech was just ridiculous. Stand-up comedy. That's what I wrote. I literally felt like I was at a stand-up comedy show. Paulie's hilarious, and I loved what he said. God gave you Lauren. Oh. That was like
Lawrence. He actually said Lawrence.
He said Lawrence.
Yeah. He still said that.
I'm like, Paulie. Yes, Paulie. This is why I love you. But yes, they were great.
His speech was the best.
Yeah, his speech was hands down the best. Yeah. Vinny, I cringed a little bit. Yeah. I got where he was coming from, and he wanted to bring that comedic feel, but
I'll give him props for memorizing the speech, though. Yeah, that was good. So I'll give him that.
And then Ronnie, surprisingly, like all of us, like his was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say Paulie D's is my favorite. Ronnie, I'm proud of him because I like that he said that Mike was an inspiration to him, especially with this love situation. And Jen is sitting there, and he needs all the damn motivation right now to get out of a toxic relationship. But Vinny, I give it to Vinny though. Like I give it that he actually practiced his comedic timing, and I do like the jokes when he was talking about Mike and the food, because he's like, I want someone to look at me the way Mike looks at a cake. I'm like, yes, same. So though it was corny as hell, and I'm so with Snooki, she's like, please sit down, you're gross. But I thought it was cute and funny because he tried at least.
My favorite thing is like when the girls react to the guys, like when Snooki's always like, ew, sit down. Like, what's wrong with you?
And I like how he kept saying, like, I'm a comedian and I've done this before. Like, boy, sit your ass down.
You know what's so funny is that he's a comedian, but like, to be honest with you, I think not that he's not funny, like he's just, I think Paulie's funnier. Paulie can be a stand-up comedian. I just don't see Vinny as being a comedian.
You know what I have to say about Vinny, though? I really do like that he seems a lot more confident than the past seasons. He just seems more of just into himself, which I don't think that's a bad thing.
He seems more cocky, though. It kind of bothers me. He seems cocky.
He's getting his keto Guido on, and he's been feeling himself.
Exactly.
Listen, I started Guido. I started keto 3 weeks ago, and I kind of feel him because I've been feeling myself a little bit more often. Not as cocky, but I'm like, I channel Vinny. I'm like, yes, Vinny, is this what you be feeling? He can come off a little cocky, but I do see he is more out of his shell, and he's a little bit more confident. And I even like, because before Paulie was just the class clown, which I love, but I like that him and Vinny like dance with each other.
Yeah.
And
they're like
together.
literal brothers.
Yeah, they are.
They're like perfect for each other. I feel like Paulie brought that out of Vinny.
He did.
It's beautiful.
For sure.
I love them so much, and I think one of my favorite parts of this entire episode today was their dance. But we're gonna we're gonna flash back a little bit sooner when they were in the room together. I don't know, it was just one of the rooms in the reception, and when they were getting ready, they were throwing. Sorry, I can't talk today. They were showing so many flashbacks of them at Karma because Vinny and Paulie were literally going insane, doing push-ups, putting chapstick on, and they were showing flashbacks of them at Karma doing the same thing. So how did you guys feel? Because I loved seeing the same thing. Like, they are the same. This show didn't change them. They're the exact same people they were at Karma.
Exactly.
I forgot how hard they went when they were at Karma. They were like, I was like, I forgot like how like good they were at that. So it was cool just to like see all that and how they were back then, and to see that they haven't really changed.
I love it. I love nostalgia. I love everything about it. But I also love a show because, like, when I was watching the show, I was in my late teens, early 20s. I'm the same age as them. No brainer. Like, and I like being in my early 30s to see them being real, because I think society puts this thing like, oh, you're 30, you have to do this. But I like them being millennials like myself. Like, no, we still turn up. We don't have life figured out. A lot of us are not getting married and having kids. We still want to, and the ones with kids like Snooki, we're still turning up with our babies and beating the beat. So I love just seeing the nostalgia and seeing how they literally are the same people, and I love that they have never changed. And I never want them to change.
I agree.
Never change.
100%. I feel the exact same way, and that's why this show is doing so well. That's why we fans, we love them so much, because they are true to who they are, and it's like, yeah, they never change. I feel like I'm still watching, you know, episodes from back in the day, except they just have kids now and they're married or whatever, but they're still the same. They're still having fun. They're still goofballs, and then I just love how they have their kids involved in it too, which is so funny. It's so cute, and like, oh, Snooki's daughter. It's like a mini Snooki. I just love it. It
really is. But I love that they all really, like we're saying, they really did stay the same, and I think that's why they resonate and why their show is doing so well, because it's not like, okay, we're bored, we're watching whatever. Even if they're not doing as crazy stuff as they did, you're watching the same people. It's not like they've changed. You're watching who you loved back then, just doing different stuff.
And that's why they're winning. Speaking about winning really quick, I just want to give a shout out to everyone that's in the chat. We love and appreciate you guys. Keep the comments coming, and we will definitely give you guys a shout out. If you guys are on YouTube, make sure you guys give us a thumbs up. Make sure you guys leave us love and comments. If you guys listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, or SoundCloud, make sure you guys give us 5 stars and leave all the reviews, because we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for helping us be the ESPN of TV Talk. Woo! In the chat room.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for that, Nikia. Yeah, definitely listen to Nikia, because she knows what she's talking about.
Yes.
So make sure to give us some love. We love you guys. And yeah, so Mike walks in with, and I wrote this down, chooch suits. And they're red matching jumpsuits, and they have S for the situation on the front, their names on the back. What I love about them is they like make names for everything. They make nicknames. They're just so funny, and I love them. When we walked in with that is just when I just feel like they got into their vibe. They just felt so great. Those are the suits I was telling you that,
that's
like,
gonna be on my wedding. I'm gonna be them, the chooch suit.
Yeah. I just love them. I love that they're jumping around, dancing, getting ready. I know that their dance teacher that taught them to dance, they were there, and she's like, okay, you're ready, let's go. They go downstairs. What I love was how it was. I wrote his name down because I don't know. I forgot who he was. The rapper.
Rob Bass.
Rob Bass.
It takes two to make a thing go wrong.
I feel so bad. I'm so sorry. I didn't know who he was at all. I know that song, but I didn't know who he was.
Probably played at like every wedding, birthday party, school dance.
Yeah. It's one of those songs that, like, you know, there's songs that you know but you don't know who sings. That's definitely me. So I'm really sorry to Rob, but I love that Paulie, since he's the prank war champion,
prank war champion.
He added him to the entire situation.
He added
sound effect.
That would have been great.
He invited him to the entire situation. So, all right, let's get into the dance. Let's get into what you guys thought about their dance. DJ, go.
Okay. First of all, Vinny messed up. Okay. Just when we were talking about how confident Vinny's acting and stuff, he's like, oh yeah, you know, he was like hyping himself up, like, you know, I'm the captain of this team, like I got them, they depend on me. He was the first one, like literally the first step. He was all the way up from the front. I was like, where's Vinny going? Like, it looked like he was about to like leave the dance floor, and then he just falls back, and I'm like, okay. It was hilarious, and I was like literally looking at each one of them. Paulie was doing his thing. He was great. Ronnie was surprisingly doing pretty well. Mike, however, it looked like he kept on looking at them, like he was just like making sure, like, okay, am I doing this right? Okay, they're doing that. Okay, I do that. I do this. I'm like looking at his eye contact, like in all other directions. But it was hilarious. I love the dance. And they were just goofballs. They're awesome.
I loved it. I love tacky and corny, because that's who I am. I'm a tacky and corny person. And I loved it. Like, honestly, if that was my wedding, I would have literally all my friends do a dance like that to a random song. And that Rob song isn't random, but that's a dope party song, and it's such a classic. And to have Rob Bass pull up, like, singing the song, awesome. And to have their matching suits. That's what I love. Like, I feel like they can do no wrong. It's
Lawrence
corny,
was
but
looking at them like, are you kidding?
She was laughing so hard.
That's so funny.
It's so funny, but I loved it.
Yeah, I really liked it, and I'm gonna defend Vinny. I think he would have done a really good job if he wasn't wasted. Like no other.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I think he got overly confident. He got that liquor in him, and then that's when he messed up.
Yeah, definitely.
I I don't understand how they even were able to function. Like, if I was drunk, I would never remember even a dance move. Like, I would just stand there. I wouldn't even know. How did they even know what to do? I think it was, who was it? Was it Minnie, or it was one of the guys that said, I can't even believe we were able to even do one thing in sync.
Yeah, I didn't know they were going to actually make it to the dance floor because they were super wasted. I thought, like, both of them, especially Pauly and Vinny, I thought they were going to be in the bathroom, like, throwing up their guts. Like,
but these are OGs that we're talking about.
That's
who
true.
can handle it. Like,
That's
I know
true.
when I go, everyone's like, how do you still handle it? Like, I'm an OG.
I
we
can't.
can do this. Now, the recovery's a little bit longer, but we can handle the party. So seeing them turn up, and that wedding looked long as hell.
Yeah.
Because remember, they've been waiting all day for the wedding and all night. So to do that and to wait for the dance scene, I'm shocked that they even got that far with all that food and all that liquor. I'm just jealous that we weren't invited.
Right.
Like, I literally felt like I was there, and then I was like, oh, wait, I'm not there.
Oh, they just...
Same.
I felt like I was eating the food almost because it just looks so
Right?
good. I'm like, oh,
So
wait.
I, like, grab it.
Well,
Let's go.
speaking of the food, it is dessert time. And they had, I wrote it down, they had chocolate and funfetti cake, they had ice cream sandwiches, they had what I love, the cotton candy in the cup. So they had the cups with
nice.
all different cotton candies in it. They had a chocolate fountain. Do you guys know what else they had? Because they were going so fast.
Crepes.
They did, right?
Oh my
Did
God.
they have
Cupcakes.
Yeah.
That's
they had a
ridiculous.
lot.
So,
They had a lot.
Listen, I'm a dessert person. I had dessert for breakfast today, like ice cream, candy. Like, I could eat it all the time. I'll have donuts for breakfast. Love it. So seeing this, I felt like Mike. I felt like the way Mike looks at it. I was #wedding goals, like Mike said. #wedding goals.
Honestly, because I felt like there was literally anything from, like, I don't know, from like Italian food to maybe Chinese food to, like, I don't, sandwiches were there and snacks, and it was so much food galore. I'm like, what happened to that food after the event? That's what I want to know.
It was literally food porn.
Yes.
Food porn.
And I watch food porn, and that to me was a great food porn episode.
Yes.
Because I love them, and they're amazing, but I kept looking at the damn food. I'm like, wait, what's that table?
I know,
What
right?
are they eating?
Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you.
Seriously.
Like that, they would have to like roll me out. I would literally just eat every single
I just
thing.
eat by the table.
I think every guest got like maybe 2 or 3 plates to take home.
I definitely
like
would.
I would have definitely for
I
sure.
would have not.
Trays?
I would have to not eat
Right?
for a week
No, see-
because I would literally probably, if I ate like normal, because I eat a lot, and then that for the wedding, I would gain like 100 pounds. So, I'd be saving up for that wedding.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
God.
what
You bring the aluminum foil
Hell yeah.
and like the paper plates, and you just start taking a
come
little
on.
that
bit.
truck up. Let's
So
go.
would
All
you
the
guys
food.
be more excited for the actual dinner or the dessert?
Ooh.
I'm a snack person, so the
Dinner.
dessert.
Me too.
I
Snack,
can-
dessert.
I'm more of a dinner type of guy. I would eat all of it.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, that's such a hard one.
I could literally eat dessert and
Same.
like if I had to choose for the rest of my life, I would eat an ice cream sundae for
Dessert.
breakfast
See?
over food.
Dessert.
I'm the complete opposite. If someone told me, okay, you have to get rid of all sweets for the rest of your life, I'd be like, all right, that's fine.
I will say, being on this diet that I'm on, I have to get rid of sweets. I can't eat sugar, and that's hard for me because I have a really bad sweet tooth.
Yeah.
And for 3 weeks, it has been a really hard challenge. I know. So I feel you, Vinny. It's hard, but I feel so much better. I don't even think, you don't think about it anymore. But because I do have a sweet tooth, I'm like, damn, I can go for a goddamn almond joy.
Jello.
Can't do
Jello.
sugar.
Jello
Can't
has
do
sugar, does it?
Can't have like any type of
that.
added sugars or sugar. Only snacks I can do is like kale. So I'm a snacky. So I'm getting the desserts.
What about you, DJ?
Oh man, that's a hard one. But if I had to choose for the rest of my life, I would probably say dinner.
Cake.
I'm like, no, I love food,
I love
but
my
I also love dessert.
pastas,
Two
like
against two.
pasta.
I feel like the little boy Matilda, where she makes him eat the cake.
Oh
And
my God.
I feel like that little boy.
Well, before we get into our special segment, we'll end it off by what I think was a good way to end it. Ronnie, they had him at the camera, and he was saying that he wants to change for the baby and the wedding, and this is what he was saying.
Heard it all before.
We heard this before.
Yeah, so let's get into our special segment, and then after that, we're going to kind of revisit this topic when it comes to our predictions and what we are going to see next week. So right now, let's start off with our special segment.
Woo!
Start off.
Yeah, so our special segment.
Sorry, it was like...
Our special segment is the Spiral Squad. So we're going to talk about who spiraled the most during the wedding.
I know mine.
So
I don't know mine.
I'm going to say, and I'm pretty sure all of us are going to have the same, maybe not,
Yeah.
but I'm going to say Vinny.
Yeah.
Vinny got completely wasted, but it was a wedding. Like, everyone gets wasted at a wedding. Like, I would have been complete shit-faced. But, yeah, I give it to Vinny. You know, he had fun, which he should have, and yeah.
I'm going to give it to Uncle Nino.
That's what I was going to say.
I don't even know if Uncle Nino was drinking. I just think he's normally like that. But I'm giving my Spiral Award to him for confronting Jen, which I love that he did that, and he's the perfect person to do it, but he's getting my Spiral Award.
Oh, man.
Vinny and Nino.
Yeah,
I was literally gonna say Vinny, and then you said Vinny, and then I was gonna say Nino, and you said Nino. So yeah, I'm gonna say Vinny and Nino.
They're related. It makes sense.
I was gonna say, I think Vinny, realistically, like, since the Spiral Squad is who spiraled the most, Vinny definitely spiraled the most.
For sure.
But Uncle Nino was the one that, like, caused a little of the drama and stir-up. So I would say both of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uncle and nephew. Look at that. Perfect.
And it is now time for our news and gossip, guys. What you guys have all been waiting for.
Yes. Ooh, hi. Speaking about spiraling, Vinny, who won the Spiral Award, he's actually going to be part of this news and gossip segment. So as I told you guys, I'm part of the keto family now. So I do a lot of research, and I'm trying to figure out my life. And it's still pretty hard. But while doing research, I learned that my guy, Vinny, the Keto Guido, is now coming out with his very own keto cookbook. Yes! Shout out to, yes.
Wow.
So not only is Vinny a stand-up comedian, he is now doing the Keto Guido cookbook, delicious recipes to get healthy and to look great.
Wow.
Because he says that he lost 50 pounds on this diet, and it's been a really good time, and I hear nothing but great reviews. So I'm excited. And we all know Vinny comes from a background where his mama loves to cook. So I'm sure she's been probably doing different recipes, and I'm excited. And Vinny can cook too, to see what this holds.
Okay, all I've been thinking about this whole time when I saw this picture was the word chooch. You know that this book came out, and Vinny and the boys are ripping him. Oh, you look like a chooch. Look at this. Look at you. He's like this. Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So that's the guy. So make sure you guys look out for Vinny's cookbook, the Keto Guido.
The Keto Guido. And now it is time for predictions, and I also wanted to add in predictions. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
And I also want to add in just kind of what we're going to see the next episode, because they gave us like a good preview. Yeah. So let's get into, Benny, first let's get into our predictions, and also what do you think about next week? Because they show, well, kind of talking about what I said, Ronnie says he wants to change. They show different stuff in the tabloids about him and Jen, so obviously like that doesn't work. And then they kind of get into Jenny and her divorce a little bit. So what are your predictions? What do you think next week's going to bring us?
I think, like you said, I think we're gonna see more of Jen talking about her divorce and opening up more, because in the past episodes we really weren't seeing that, and so I think for this next episode she's gonna open up a little bit more, not all the way. I think they're gonna drag it out a little bit, and then I also think that it's still gonna be, because this whole season has been about Ron, pretty much, and I think that it's still gonna continue to be like that. But I think he's going to start realizing, he's in a toxic relationship. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see much of Jen, and I really wanted to see her this season, but I have a feeling we're just not going to see her this season. I think the wedding was like the main thing where we're going to see her.
I agree. I think she learned her lesson. I predict that Ronnie's not going to get it together. Because the preview that we do see, it's the video that's now coming out, so I think it's going to put the castmates on edge as well about Jen. And I think Jen smartened up and knows that, like, we've been beefing this whole time. I need to stay off the cameras now because it's not a good look. Ronnie, he talks a lot and he says what he wants to do, but I don't see any of that happening. But I'm proud that he wants to make the steps, but I don't see it working. And it's sad because we have to get into Mike going to jail. Jenny's divorce, and I hope that they show, because Jenny and Roger were going through a lot of ish, like Roger putting the kids on social media and talking really bad about Jenny, so I hope that they show that, because like you're right, it was all about Ron, so I think now we're going to do a shift from Ron to Jenny. And she doesn't like that type of attention, but unfortunately
I'm glad though, because I'm getting sick of Ronnie's drama.
Yeah. For me, I agree with both of those, and I definitely predict some more cuts and bruises on Ronnie's face, maybe another black eye.
He's crazy.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. But yeah, with the whole Jenny situation, it's definitely going to shift over to the Jenny and Roger drama. And yeah, with the social media, I think they're going to probably show a little bit of that, because obviously Roger was putting all that stuff, like putting her on blast. And I remember when it was actually happening, and I was getting so pissed as it was happening. So yeah, I think that's gonna happen next week.
Yeah, I think Ronnie, that was very cute what he said, but I don't think that that's like actually, I don't think that he's gonna practice what he says, whether it's like him or Jen, it doesn't even matter. They're both crazy. I do think that they're gonna bring Jenny into it. I don't know how much they're going to. They may tease like, oh, we're gonna hear about Jenny's stuff, and then she may really decide not to talk about it. So I don't know. I just think I'm ready for a change, and I'm just ready for the Ronnie thing. It's almost so crazy that you could find out that she cut his leg off, and I'd be like, wow, I'm not surprised.
Right.
You know, like it's getting old. It's not like drama anymore. Like it'd be nice to switch up the drama to someone else.
Yeah.
But I am excited. I want to hear more about Jenny, because all we saw when that whole situation happened with her and Roger, she made a public post on her blog. Yeah. That's the only thing. We never got to see her talk about it, see her emotions through it. I want to know more about what's going on. I think her fans want to, because we're all so invested.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm trying to think what else they previewed. It was really just Jenny and Ron, right? Did they preview anything else?
Not really. I think that's really it. The Ronnie thing popped up.
About Angelina and her man?
Yeah. Oh, can we also talk about Vinny and Angelina and how we got super wasted?
Oh my God!
I
meant to bring that up.
Love that.
Vinny,
oh my gosh.
We've been saying this since day one. Vinny low-key, since season 1, wants to have sex with Angelina.
It all comes out when you're drunk.
Like, get away from me. Like, and she even said it. She was like, oh my God, he's obsessed with me.
He really is. And like, though we like to crack on Angelina, and the audience does, but like, she's hot, and he's been obsessed with her since day one. And it's like, fam, get away from me.
She's rolling her eyes. She's like, what is wrong with you?
See, Vinny missed his moment. If he was smart, she was feeling it like a season before. They definitely could have slam dunked that. But see, now she like sees how clown like he is, and she has a man. Like, you're hitting on me while my man is standing here. Move.
Right?
Well, she was talking about how the wedding made her really excited, and she's excited to get married. And yeah, I'm excited that I get a little inside scoop from her when I did her makeup for the MTV Awards. She does plan on having the wedding on camera for the show.
Of course, and I love it.
So,
I want to see that.
Yeah,
we want it.
I want to see that.
So we're gonna end the Situation's wedding, and we're going to start dreaming and hoping and getting excited for Angelina's wedding.
Can you imagine what that's gonna be like if the Situation's wedding was like that? Angelina
over the top.
Didn't Chris mention something about that when they were at the bar picking out their food? He was just like, oh, there's gonna be, I don't know if I could say this, the A word. Can I say this? Butts everywhere.
But
the A version of that.
I don't want ass on TV.
Ass? I can? Okay. He said there were going to be asses everywhere. So that was funny. So it's going to be, I think it's going to be pretty
it's going to be amazing, and I hope we get invited.
All right, well, this show's obviously amazing. We know that. We love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to let us know where to find you, DJ.
Oh, yeah, you can find me on Instagram, not Instagram, but Instagram at DJ_Beaulieu.
Hey, I love how you say that. Say that one more time.
Beaulieu.
Ooh. You guys can find me on Instagram at Kiki Boom Boom.
You guys, how can I go live up to
Wait,
that?
you gotta do it first. Come on, let's do it.
And you guys can find me on all social media at Binay J. Adams.
Yes.
Yes, I love it. Girl, you're next.
Justine.
And you guys can find me at Justine Devana.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much again. And we will see you next week, and we will continue all the drama here on the Jersey Shore Family Vacation After Show on AfterBuzz TV.
Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.